Well, hi again, you guys. Welcome to another edition of Curtis Collects Vinyl Records. We're going to talk about Herbie Mann. Wow, are we going to cover Herbie Mann today? What a prolific genius. I don't know. He might have 80 records, of which I have 15. I don't know. The guy, every time I think I've got like most of his records, there's dozens more. So he's just got. This was one of the hardest for me. What I do here, if you're stumbling into this program, we talk about a particular artist, and then we go through the records. This is all about the record covers. The music is great that we like to play and all that, but I really am fascinated with the records, the process of making them, where they were made, who played on them. So Herbie's just got a massive catalog, and seems to have a real great ear for not only playing the flute, but picking out great cover songs. And I couldn't believe the types of the songs that he does that are well-known songs, from the Carpenters to the Rolling Stones to many, and all in between. So we're going to play a song from this record that he's calling Discotheque. It's mostly cover songs, but then again, most of his songs are, but he does have some original compositions. So here's what we like to do here in the record room during these programs. I'll go through and we'll show and talk about the records I have by this particular artist, Herbie Mann. So here we go. This is called London Underground. He's got some really evocative and awesome record covers, to say the least. And this is great. I almost played an 8-minute version of Bitch by the Rolling Stones that has Mick Taylor playing on it, and Albert Lee, and just some great people. So, boy, that was in the running for the song I was going to play. I was going to play something from this great record, The Glory of Love. This is on when he moved over to A&M from Atlantic. Or maybe he started at A&M and went to Atlantic. I'm not sure. That's the beauty of what we do down here. We don't, we might be wrong, but we're never in doubt. So here is The Evolution of Man. Here's another hefty record with a couple of super solid 180-gram discs inside. This thing weighs a ton. And I think this one also has a, yes, this has a booklet. So here he is. Here's Herbie Mann right here, and boy, oh boy, he's just got some serious. Who plays on this? Wow, just trying to see some quick. Chick Corea, how's that? And he does George on My Mind. This was produced by the great Nashui Erdogan, Amit's brother. I love seeing that. More Nashui Erdogan. Wow, this is great. Produced by Tom Dowd, of course. If you're on Atlantic and they assign Tom Dowd, you're making some good music and recording some great records. So this is the Memphis Two-Step. He does Soul Man here. So I had really difficult choice picking what song we were going to do. This is an EP that he calls Herbie Mann Music. There's only two. This is one song on each side: Forest Rain and All Blues. Haven't played that. Here's Herbie Mann's Surprises featuring Cissy Houston, and some great people are playing on this record. Let me see if I see anybody right off the top that I recognize. Oh, he does a song by J.J. Cale on here. He does a Stevie Wonder song, and Tony Levin, Steve Gadd. Those are a couple of guys that play on a lot of his records, because he was making those in New York, and those guys were the New York go-to guys. This is called Waterbed, and Steve Gadd again is on here again. Wow, I mean, it keeps going. This is Turtle Bay. Just beautiful. This is Mississippi Gambler. Pretty beat up, but it's pretty cool. Whoa. Wow, there you go, Herbie. Fantastic. And for you guys who know your stuff, you're going to know this one when you see it immediately. Here it is, Push Push. It's awesome. And the title track you gotta play. because it's got the outro, the coda, or the last 5 minutes of that 9-minute song is Duane Allman doing the guitar solo, and it's an epic song. Duane Allman, Herbie Mann, they made this down at Muscle Shoals there, and it's incredible, okay? I mean, it's one of the great songs of all time, and that's why I have maybe 3 copies of it. So we're going to play on here Lady Marmalade, which I don't remember who did that song originally, but I think it works really well in this format with Herbie Mann on flute. So we'll get it going. Here it is. Okay, you probably caught that, but that bass line on that song is awesome. That guitar solo is great. I'm glad I picked that song because it works perfectly for that. Some songs and "Bitch" from the Rolling Stones could have been great, but for 8 minutes, I don't know if we would have been into that much. So this does have the great bottom end driven by Steve Gadd and the great Tony Levin on bass. Guitars, Jerry Friedman, Hugh McCracken, Bob Mann. I wonder if that's a relation. And guitar solos on Lady Marmalade, Mediterranean, and High Above the Andes are by Bob Mann. And background vocals with Sissy Houston and some others. So this was recorded. This is on Atlantic, and that's a massive. So one of my deepest collections, subsets in the record collection, Herbie Mann. Wow, a little Herbie goes a long way, and I got a lot of Herbie. So this is really cool. Check out that Push Push with the late great Dwayne Allman with the guitar work on that. It's unbelievable. So this is how it works. This was another edition of Curtis Collects Vinyl Records. Thanks for watching, listening, using the comments down below. There's a thumbs up button. That's a huge compliment. Maybe even subscribe. Whatever you want to do, just stumble back here. And this is how these go. And we like doing this as much as we hope that you guys like what you're seeing on your end. So see you guys again soon. Thanks again for watching, and thanks for listening.